Borussia Dortmund are the second most successful club in German football, trailing only Bayern Munich, and much of that success has been down to the conveyor belt of talent the club has been able to produce via their academy and youth teams. Dortmund's reserve team, Borussia Dortmund II, formerly Borussia Dortmund Amateur, are where a lot of these young players go to hone their skills. Currently competing in the third tier of German football, Borussia Dortmund II has also been where a number of young managers have honed their skills in recent years, and today I'm taking on one of your suggestions to look at Dortmund's reserve team's last 7 managers. I won't be including the team's current manager, Mike Tulberg, since obviously he's still at Dortmund II, nor will I be including any interim coaches. Here are Borussia Dortmund II's last 7 managers. Where are they now? Jan Siewert, unemployed. Until very recently, the manager of Huddersfield Town, Jan Siewert, was sacked by the Terriers with a record of 1 win, 3 draws, and 15 defeats from 19 games. In fairness, he never stood a chance of keeping the club in the Premier League when he arrived at the John Smith Stadium in January, but just 1 point from his first 3 league games in the Championship was obviously enough to set the alarm bells ringing among Huddersfield's hierarchy. Siewert managed Borussia Dortmund II from July 2017 to January 2019, having only previously managed Rot-Weiss Essen, and the youthful 36-year-old manager will most likely return to Germany for his next role in management. Daniel Farke, Norwich City. A former Borussia Dortmund II manager who has enjoyed far greater success in England, Daniel Farke, has proved to be a masterstroke of an appointment by Norwich City. The 42-year-old had an impressive 51.8% win percentage during his time with Dortmund's second string, which caught the eye of Norwich City in the Championship. The Canaries finished 14th in Farke's first season, but despite the sale of starman James Maddison the following summer, they played some great stuff and ended up winning the Championship title last season. Following a tough opening day defeat at Anfield, Farke and Norwich bounced back with a win against Newcastle United in their second game back in the Premier League. David Wagner. German-born former USA international David Wagner was the first of 3 consecutive Borussia Dortmund II managers to leave the second string to try their hand in England. Wagner's escapade proved to be a successful one, as he won an unlikely promotion to the Premier League at Huddersfield Town, making some really shrewd moves in the transfer market. He did well to keep the Terriers in the top flight, but their second season proved to be too much of an ask. Wagner departed in January 2019 to be replaced by Jan Siewert, but he got a big job at Schalke in the Bundesliga in May. Hans Wolf, unemployed. German manager Hans Wolf, who is not to be confused with the 20-year-old Austrian who recently joined RB Leipzig and goes by the same name, was only briefly manager at Borussia Dortmund II. He managed the club for just 15 games, having previously been the assistant manager, and he then spent the next 5 years first coaching and then managing Dortmund's under-19s. He left Dortmund in September 2016 to take over at Stuttgart, where he won promotion into the Bundesliga but was dismissed in January 2018 due to poor results in the top flight. He most recently managed Hamburg, where he was dismissed at the end of last season, having failed to win promotion. Theo Schneider, unemployed. Theo Schneider was born in Dortmund and he played in the club's first team between 1978 and 1982, before his career ended quite early at Arminia Bielefeld. He then took over as Arminia Bielefeld manager before holding the post of youth team director for 6 years back at Dortmund. It was off the back of that he became the Dortmund II manager, a role which he held for 7 years, meaning he had been at Dortmund for a total of 17 years. He has been out of work since leaving Ferencváros of Budapest, where he had been a youth advisor in 2018. Uwe Neuhaus, Arminia Bielefeld. From a former Arminia Bielefeld boss to a current one, Uwe Neuhaus didn't have quite such a lengthy stint in charge of Borussia Dortmund II. He managed the club for just 10 months back in the 2004-05 season, but has had lengthy spells with both Union Berlin and Dynamo Dresden since then. He was appointed by second-tier Arminia Bielefeld in December 2018, finishing 7th in his first half season in charge of the club. Horst Köppel, unemployed. A really talented player who won 5 Bundesliga titles, 2 UEFA Cups, and Euro 1972, Horst Köppel's managerial career has been slightly less decorated than his playing days. He managed the Borussia Dortmund first team from 1988 to 1991, winning his only trophy as a manager with the club in the 1989 DFB Pokal. Köppel managed Dortmund's second string from 2001 to 2004, before taking over Borussia Mönchengladbach's reserve side. Given that Köppel has been out of work since he managed Ingolstadt for 22 games 10 years ago, it might be safe to assume that the 71-year-old has retired. That's it for today's video. Thank you for watching, feel free to give the video a like if you enjoyed it, in fact please do, and make sure you're subscribed to HITC Sevens, and head over to www.englandsgreatestdefender.com to have your mind blown by the best football book ever written.